So with Evil Dead Rise coming out next month, we're gonna be going through all the Evil Dead movies, and it's going to be groovy. And yeah, I'm going to be reviewing everything in the Evil Dead franchise. So we're going to review Evil Dead Part 2, the 2 seasons, or actually, is it 2 or 3? I forget. I think it's just 2. 2 seasons of the show, Army of Darkness, and then the Evil Dead remake. And yeah, that's my plan. So stay tuned for those reviews coming every Sunday. And I gotta say, I did talk about these on my channel before, and now I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth. I do want to point out how amazing this box set is. Look at this box set, guys. Look at the art on this. You open this up. Only thing that sucks is when you pull these out, these sides here, because they do come off. It does like rip these parts right here, but I haven't seen any noticeable damage to where it actually matters. So I don't know, but yeah, you get this awesome book, and it's got like the 4K disc is in my player. That's why it's missing there. But you know, you get Evil Dead 1 and 2 Blu-ray and 4K disc. And you get season 1, season 2 of the show. Oh, this is 3 seasons. Okay, okay. But you get the bonus disc in there. This bonus disc is just a DVD, unfortunately, but it has tons of like making of documentaries, info about the movie. I really enjoy these first 2 Evil Dead movies. I don't think quite as much as Army of Darkness, though that may change. And it's just because like Army of Darkness is a fun movie. I think what I enjoy the most about all these movies, though, quick watches. They're like always an hour, 20 minutes or so. They're not very long movies, which is just super helpful, you know. And they're just good times. Like I'm never bored throughout any of these movies. You know, Evil Dead is just a movie where Sam Raimi and his team kind of made this movie for very low budget, and they were able to do some pretty creative and awesome things with it. The stop motion effects and the gore effects, and just the crazy dynamic things they were going to do. There's obviously some cheapness and a hokiness to this movie, but that's kind of okay because if you know anything about Evil Dead, this is not what you expect from a title like Evil Dead. When people would think of a movie called Evil Dead and they've never seen it, they don't really know what it is. They assume, oh, it's a like crazy horror movie that's insane, you know. And Evil Dead kind of is that, but like it's not. It's actually pretty simple. It's goofy. It's wacky. There's a lot of great humor in the franchise, even this first one. And most of that comes from how hokey a little bit of some of the effects in this movie because they made it low budget. Some of that low budget energy and filmmaking here. But Sam Raimi is such a great director that even with no money, essentially, they're able to make this movie so engaging, entertaining, and just creep you out in a way, but also make you laugh and just kind of chuckle a little bit at what's happening, and you just have a great time watching this first movie. And like Bruce Campbell is awesome as the character of Ash. Of course, in this first movie, he's not really given a lot, but by the end of the movie, you're like, I want to see more of this guy, and he just continues to be awesome in that role, and it's just an awesome movie. And I think if you've never seen Evil Dead and you've kind of given into that stereotype of what this movie is, you gotta go watch this movie. It's a very strong horror movie. It's a comedy. It's got lots of energy to it, lots of life to it. It's just an awesome time all around. Everybody put their heart and soul into this movie, and so even in the hokey moments and the goofier moments, you can feel the love for this movie behind the camera and from the people in front of the camera, and they were just able to make something that was just fun and just and I think that's something that a lot of horror movies forget, is to be fun. Like I feel like there are so many horror movies that try to take themselves so seriously, or they try to do whatever, and or like people. I think also it's part of the thing now where people take horror movies so seriously now too, but it's like we forget that sometimes they can just be goofy nonsense like this movie was, and it was just an awesome time. I love and adore this movie.